Hello, welcome back to the episode of Stories of Horror. Another episode we dive into the mysteries and the unknowns of the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Without further ado, hit the intro. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Stories of Horror. I'm your host, the Arsenal Dwaylen Butler, co-creator of New Genesis, and by the video title, you know what this video is going to be about. This video is about what secrets do Area 51 hold. Episode 22 was pretty good too. We discussed the Boston Strangler last episode. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. I forgot what the previous episode before that was, so wherever it is, go back and watch that and watch the entire series. I think they're all in the playlist, so you can go click on that and see all the episodes. But today's episode, we're going to dive into the mysteries of Area 51. What I know initially, without diving into some of the research and the details, just about initial thought, I always do this early on like that. So before I get into like the notes I took and I was researching the topic and discussing, I always like to dive into what I know. Like what I know initially about the topic. And what I know really about the Area 51 is that it's a secret military base. I thought it was like there for like a lot of like aircraft and maybe like secret type things and stuff they do in the military type style or something. I don't know exactly. And some people have claimed that maybe it's like extraterrestrial life there and they're doing experiments on some of those beings and stuff like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's kind of what the gist of what I got from like Area 51, like what I initially know about it before diving into some of the details and stuff. So without further ado, let's dive into the history and how it originated and how it formed and about like the aura of Area 51, the mystery of Area 51. Let's dive into that discussion right now. 51 is located 120 miles northwest of Las Vegas near the small towns of Rachel and Hico. The title Area 51 seems to come from the destination the base had Atomic Energy Commission maps, with this name sticking in the mind of public but mostly unused by the military. In 1955, the area was selected by the CIA as a testing site for the Lockheed U-2, a high-altitude aircraft. President Eisenhower authorized the testing, which was to be conducted under the code name Project Aquatone. After the U-2 was put into service in 1956, Area 51 was used to develop other aircrafts, including A-12 planes and fighter Nighthawks. On June 25, 2013, the CIA approved the release of declassified documents of the history of the U-2 and the Oxcart programs in response to the Freedom of Information Act request. The release of those documents marked the first time in history that the U.S. government formally acknowledged the existence of the Area 51. Since then, not much have been forthcoming. The military classifies Area 51 as the military operating area. On the ground, you'll encounter stern signs and armed guards patrolling the fence perimeters guarded by buried motion sensors, cameras, guards, and so on. Plus signs warning that deadly force is authorized. Radford explained the borders of the Area 51 are not fenced but are marked with orange poles and warning signs. These signs tell visitors that photos aren't allowed and that trespassing on the property will result in a fine or jail time. Originally used as a testing site for the U-2 spy plane, the base would go on to be used for the testing of other well-known aircraft such as the Archangel. Now, the association of the Area 51 being associated with extraterrestrial life form came back in the 80s. In 1989, a man named Robert Lazar claims he worked on extraterrestrial technology inside Area 51. Lazar told Las Vegas television reporter George Knapp that he saw autopsy photographs of aliens inside the facility and that the U.S. government used the facility to examine recovered alien spacecraft. Although Lazar himself was discredited, his claims spawned numerous government conspiracy theories, most of which involved extraterrestrial life. The thing that was associated with Area 51 and aliens was the Roswell incident back in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. In the Roswell incident, it was reported that a flying saucer crashed, and some people believed that the U.S. Army collected the wreckage to carry out alien experiments and cover up their existence from American people. And even though Roswell is nowhere near Area 51, and Area 51 wasn't existing until the 1950s, the two are very much linked by a perceived alien connection. Now, later down the line, some of this would get debunked. It says several surviving project personnel were located and interviewed, as it was the only surviving person who recovered debris from the original Roswell site in 1947, and a former officer who initially identified the wreckage as a balloon. According to NASA, comparison of all information developed or obtained indicated that the material recovered near Roswell was consistent with the balloon device and most likely from one of the Mongol balloons that has now been previously recovered. Okay guys, that is all the history surrounding a little bit of the Area 51, and in my opinion, you know, a lot of just mysteries and conspiracies, and people always want to have question after question because it's a secret base and secret area. A lot of people believe that the military is conducting different experiments, different projects throughout the world and stuff. You know, they're always working on different weapons, nuclear weapons and other things and that sort of nature. So maybe they're working on different things and discovering extraterrestrial life form and want to keep it away from the public to keep everything condemned. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, or maybe just like a giant reach. Maybe we just using our mind of loving sci-fi stuff and thinking that extraterrestrial life form is here and they got captured and getting experimented on. Now, I do believe it probably is some life form maybe outside, you know, on a planet around the galaxy, you know, like that. Maybe it is like that, but I'm not fully sure with the Area 51 stuff, but it could be there like that. I'm like, just like toss up with it like that, because you never know what could be actually there like that. I know people always think UFOs are, you know, aliens, but UFO can be kind of anything too as well. It can be other like weapon things made and other things like aircrafts too that our military make as well like that, because you know, it's just an unidentified flying object, so it's an object that's not identified like that. So it's just something that could be made. You know, in Area 51, it was making and working on a lot of different aircraft things as well too. So maybe that can be for some of the UFO sightings. But some of the UFO sightings are things that, and shooting debris out that people have not seen before. Maybe it's a weapon that someone made, or maybe it's something of some other sort like that. Let me know down in the comment section below. In my opinion, you know, there's probably some secrets that the Area 51 hold. Of course, there's secrets there. It's a base, it's a military base, it's a secret place, just like everyone in the world in their home probably has secrets or something like that, or they got a secret surprise they're working on or planning or something. A lot of different things, because of course, there's gonna be secrets there, because it's like it's a military base and you got all the security and stuff. You won't be doing all that if you wasn't protecting something, but you probably wouldn't want people just walking around areas and different things too, but it wouldn't be like that highly secured and protected if it wasn't some secrets there. Maybe the secrets are not what the people think, but maybe it's something else like that. Conspiracy theories, you always go down a rabbit hole and there'll always be a question like that. There's always be a question, it'll always be like, how do you know? Oh, what is this? Where was that? When did this happen? Who is that? What did they did this and stuff? It's always gonna be questions and questions and questions. It's like an endless void of questioning like that. Though conspiracy theories, like you just fall into a rabbit hole and just keep falling down like that, because you'll never find the exit. But sometimes when things become true, they're not conspiracy theory anymore, because they're actually a real fact. So it wouldn't be considered conspiracy theory. So conspiracy theories just keep going and going and going. So I don't know exactly if any of these things are true or not, but let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. What do you think Area 51 holds? Remember that one time they hit the little meme when people trying to storm the Area 51? I wouldn't advise that. They said they would use lethal force if they have to, if necessary, and that's a military base. So I don't think it'd be smart to try to like storm the Area 51. They said it was gonna run like Naruto with their hands behind their back. Well, in this world we don't have ninjutsu, so it will not work too well. So you run like that towards the military with those storm people, they don't know, and they said lethal force. If you don't stop, something bad could happen. So I wouldn't advise doing that like that. That was a kind of a stupid idea, stupid plan. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Area 51. But I'll see you guys next time on the channel. And the next video hint will probably be something in the realm of the supernatural entities, kind of again a little bit, or something kind of like that. I don't know if that would be considered supernatural. I guess it kind of is like that, but you know, kind of how we have like did Bigfoot, we did the werewolves and vampires, we did the what else we did? Skinwalkers. We did skinwalkers and stuff like that, and we discussed like those type of things. This next episode will be about the reptilians. You know, people think that the reptile people are here and they're here to take over and they kind of shapeshift themselves. It sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy, so we're going to dive into some of the stuff. Maybe they got some legit facts. We've seen people say they claim to have proof that people's eyes are shape-shifting or changing, or maybe just a glare from the camera or glare from the video or some editings to get people like stirred up. You never know. But we're going to dive into some of that stuff next episode. So tune into that on Friday. Tune into the last episode, which was about the Boston Strangler. I forgot the episode, but it was about the Boston Strangler. Tune into that episode and the previous episode. Go like those and stuff, and leave some suggestions in the comment section if you got any topics you want to see me discuss or talk about in the comment section. I'll be always looking. But I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.